Hey, what's going on, good people? Armand Owens here once again with another episode of the Daily Unsung Leader. And today we're going into episode number 25. 25. We got five more to go. Five more to go. We're almost there. And, it's been an amazing time. And the hack I want to focus on today is one of the harder ones. The one I did on forgiveness, that's probably the hardest one. And if I had to rank in terms of difficulty to complete, it will be this one. Allow yourself to be broken. Allow yourself to be broken. And I know that sounds weird, right? Because as a leader, you're supposed to be whole. You're supposed to be complete. You're supposed to be the best version of yourself, for your people. But I saw something, the other day, from a good brother that I follow on Instagram, and it kind of summed, this thing up perfect. It said, let the hard things in life break you. Let them affect you. Let them change you. Let these hard moments inform you. Let this pain be your teacher. The experiences of life are trying to tell you something about yourself. Do not run and hide. Lean into it. And this encompassed perfectly what the journey as a leader is. Every moment, every significant moment of growth that I've had in my career has come as a result of pain. As a result of significant pain. Because there was a way that I thought, there was a way that I constructed the world for myself. There was a worldview that I had very clearly, and it was locked into my brain. And then I was presented some evidence that showed me that my perspective was flawed. And that is a painful thing, because considering how long you've believed a certain thing, or considering how long you've operated under a false premise, really, when you're presented that new evidence, the pain of that is can be jarring. I thought, for me, and this is personal, right? I thought that just being right was the most important thing. That I didn't have to be compassionate, that I didn't have to be kind, I didn't have to be understanding, I didn't have to be empathetic. I thought for a long time that the most important thing was just being right. Right? So when it came to the, my leadership style, it was more so, why don't you know how to get this done? It was very much not me considering the individual. It was, why don't you know how to do this? Very condescending, very sarcastic, and very demeaning just in my tone, right? Because I was more concerned with being right. And it was all about competence. It was all about competence, not about how the other person feels, not about how the other person responds, not about how the other person, just the humanity of that other person, just about being right. And as I'm continuing on in my leadership journey, there was a coup, so to speak, in my division, where they just kind of sat me down. I was like, hey man, you can't continue to treat us like this. And then I was a very young LPO, new to the game, and very green in my understanding of how to do business. I would read all these leadership books, and all I would do is just gather these tools in an effort just to become more manipulative in my leadership. How can I get you to do what I need you to do? And I fear a lot of leaders, operate under that premise, where we gather so many tools, so many ways, different diverse ways of leading and influencing and manipulating, what it boils down to. But gathering all these things to try to help us become better leaders, when we haven't even considered the compassionate part. So they sat me down, let me know, hey, it was not working. And I had to change my approach, because the results that I was getting from them, was not conducive to what was expected. So I had to change my game up. I really had to, go seek help. I had to go seek, help from my mentors, the people closest to my life, to reveal to me, yeah, man, you're kind of harsh, man. You're kind of, you're more concerned with being right. You have a tendency to be arrogant. You have a tendency to be conceited. And, that reality, hurt. But I'm so glad that it was revealed to me, because now I had a choice. Because I've been presented this new information, I had a choice. I have a choice to continue on like I've been doing, disavow what everybody else is saying, disavow what people are close to me are saying, disavow what the people I have the privilege of leading are saying, and continue on doing what I do, or have a choice to change. Right? And this is where allowing that pain, allowing that brokenness, right, to leaning into it, right? Because now you're operating from a premise of a new beginning, a new start. And now I'm a novice. I had to instantly become a novice in how to effectively lead, because I was willing to throw away my previous perspective, my previous worldview. And that was a lot of pain, because I'm messing up along the way, right? I acknowledged, that what I was doing was wrong. I acknowledged that how I saw the world was wrong, and that broke me, because I achieved so much success under that premise. But the truth of the matter was, unless I was willing to accept the pain of that reality, accept the brokenness of that reality, and move on and grow into that, I would never have become the leader that I am today. Still learning, still growing, still making a ton of mistakes, but not making the mistake of dishonoring people, not making the mistake of not being kind, not making the mistake of not being compassionate, and treating people just like they deserve to be treated as people. That's my personal journey with, confronting the hard things. You may have some different adversities that you're compounding, that you're dealing with, but allow it to break you, allow it to change you, allow it to become the thing, that is the springboard, for your success going forward. Don't take that information, don't take that confronting information and just choose to continue going down the same path you had previously been going. Take that information, allow it to break you, sweep yourself up, dust yourself off, and grow under this new premise. Because for me, if I didn't do it, who knows where I would be. I don't think I would have the privilege of leading so many as a CMC. And if I did continue on that with that premise, I think I would have been quickly on my way, out of the door, and probably out of the Navy, because I offended so many people. So allow the hard things to break you. Allow yourself, allow those new perspectives, to change you. Yes, it absolutely is painful. It absolutely hurts. But think about what's more important. Are the people that you got the privilege of leading more important, or your feelings? Right? Because I contend that, the people we have the privilege of leading are more important than our feelings. And we can get over those, and we can grow, into that. Allow those hard things to break you. Because in that brokenness, in that putting yourself back together, you're going to be more fortified. You're going to be stronger than you previously were. And you're going to be more of an asset and an advocate for the people you got the privilege of leading. It's been good. Hey, appreciate all the feedback. Appreciate the love. Continue to like, share, comment. Let me know what you think. We're almost done with this, with this series. And, Son Leader, out.